Hello and welcome to the garden. I just thought I'd do another update of where we got to with the garden, and I'm in the greenhouse at the moment. If you remember, I did some rose cuttings and you can see that they've all got little shoots and things coming up on there, so I think they'll be fine. There's 4 rose cuttings there, so they should go quite well. And then I've got here with some netting over, because my greenhouse being outside, I do get the odd little mouse and things coming in and I don't want them to eat the seeds. And I've got 3 different lots of seeds that I've put in, and I just divide it with a stick so then I can see what comes up. I've got some tomatoes. Yes, they're early, but being in the greenhouse it doesn't matter so much. And I've put, you can see it's full now of compost. I put half of my own compost in, and then I bought 3 big bags of compost like that. They were 3 for £18 at Redfields Garden Centre. So they're it says upside down, it's a peat-free multi-purpose compost which will work perfectly in there. I've literally just watered them, which is why they're in a bowl of water at the moment. These are some more little seeds that I've started because it's a little bit warmer there. This is my temperature in the greenhouse, which says that it is, what's it coming up to? 60 degrees in on there. So no, 50 degrees, 50, yes, which is not too bad. It's quite a nice, warm, sunny, well, it's going to be sunny day. At the moment it's about 12 degrees. That's my beautiful little watering can. Very, very old, but I love it. And I use that for watering my little plants and various trugs and things. So I'm going to turn round and walk out of here, out of the greenhouse. My patio area really needs to be de-weeded again, but I don't tend to do that too often. There's some compost bits that are going, and then I've got some right at the end was where my shed was, that's been removed, and I haven't taken the bottom out yet, and that's my summer house that I was saying to you is my shed. And these bits are waiting to go to the tip because they are metal and the metal man didn't come to take them away. Those are my raspberries. You can see I've trimmed those down ready to go. Those are my 2 compost bins, and we'll walk down the garden having a look at the plants and things as we go. So we have my little dog in the lead as always. We have got that's a lavender which will be coming through. That's a clematis, and you can see on there, hopefully, that it's just starting to get new little shoots coming up. So that was one that I got last year, and then I've got another one here which again has got little tiny shoots coming in, not quite as many, but there's the odd one, so that should be all right, and it's still green, so that's good. I've then got, this is a it was done on a privet hedge, and it's a deer, and it was absolutely full and beautiful, but you get on, come and show you on some of the leaves, can you see on there that you get little ones that are sort of white? Well, there's a white moth that's been eating all of the privet, so that's not very good. So I had to chop it right down, so hopefully this year it'll start coming back up again. You can just sort of see the shape of it. I need to fill my bird bath up because there's no water at the moment. And then that's my hare, which I absolutely love. You can see on here, these are the little buds and things now starting to come on the apple tree, which is really rather good. And then I've still got lots of beautiful daffodils coming. that is still going really well down the garden. And if I go back down on my dog rolling in the sunshine, absolutely loves the sunshine, so she rolls in it. Now if I come round here slowly, you can see some of the work that I've done. So this is another big variegated plant. That's my sumac, which looks very bare, but there are little buds and things starting to come, and when I show you it when it's in full bloom later on, there you can see the new shoots, it grows so much that I have to trim it back every year because I don't want it to go too big. Those are the roses that I've trimmed back, and then we've got some beautiful little, I come down on here, can you see some beautiful little grape hyacinths that are just peeping through now, which are lovely. And then I've got some forget-me-nots that'll be coming through as well, and then there's lots of bluebells which will be coming up. That is a lilac, so it hasn't flowered yet. I moved it from another part of the garden and it really hasn't done particularly well. That's a really lovely, beautiful coloured flower, bush. Don't know what that one's called. That's my deer, which I said I need to restring again. And then coming down, we've got still lots of daffodils out. Going round on the other side slowly. Don't want to go round too quickly. Coming into the shade on there. Now this, last year when I got it, was completely silver. So it was a silver grey. But in the winter, can you see it's gone very green, but I think the new shoots coming up from here look as if they will turn into that sort of silvery grey. That's another rose that I've pruned, which again has got lovely leaves and things coming on, so it's all, spring has started to sprung. Let's go down a little bit more. Now this I think was probably only an annual, but I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because I don't really know. It was sort of a daisy thing and I thought it was a perennial, but I think it might have only been an annual, but we'll have to see. It will stay there as it is at the moment. And then there's another rose, which again I don't think I pruned that too much. That's my banana plant. Now I've taken the tops and everything off it, and I'm hoping my daughter-in-law grows them, and she's quite an expert on it. It looks very dead, but evidently it comes up from the bottom and looks beautiful, so we'll have to see. And then there's some forget-me-nots growing in there. Then that's my rosemary, which is coming on beautifully. Then I cut my fern back down, which I do every year, because my fern grows huge, absolutely huge. It's a massive, great big fern, and so I always cut it down, and it comes up beautifully. Probably in another month's time. And then that's my little pond, which needs some extra water put in it now because it hasn't rained for a few days. But it does look very pretty when the fern's up. It's looking very bare at the moment, but that's the way it is. We come back round on here and we can see from this side I've got plants and things that grow up through the cracks of the wall there. That's some of my little sort of ornaments, toadstools and things. And there's some lavender on that side which I've trimmed back down beautifully. There's a little primrose there, which is really rather pretty. I love my primroses. And then if we come up here, I need to come up on the steps. That's my chair garden furniture, which is covered so it doesn't get ruined. But now, do you remember when I showed you this before? I'm going to come up the steps, so there's going to be a bump. But can you see? Those are the pussy willows, and now they've come through to almost be like catkins, absolutely full of pollen. And it's a miniature weeping willow, which is really rather beautiful. But you can see, if I come back a bit on it, you can see, look at all of the little buds and things on there. If I come in closer, it's absolutely fascinating how they're absolutely full of pollen, completely full of pollen. So, and then that's my other one, which doesn't seem to be doing a huge amount, although it has got little tiny, you can see it's starting to get little buds and things on it, but not like a huge amount. So, and if I go back in onto the other side, I showed you the hydrangea the other week, and now you can see how much it's come on in a couple of weeks. You see on there how it's all come through? It's lovely. That's the other side of the lavender, and that's purple sage, not looking very healthy, but it always seems to come back up again because it's died off. And then that's my olive tree. So I hope you enjoyed. Let's go down on there. You can see I have a very long, very thin garden, so it does look very beautiful. I've mown the lawn now, so it looks lovely. So I hope you should enjoy that little tour of the garden. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.